You already know what time it is. You hanging with Isaac, Vic, Dion, Eric, and myself, Chris G, and we are the Arrogant Underdogs.
It's showtime!
Chilling, man.
Bunch of shit. Hectic weeks, 4th of July coming up. All type of good shit.
Are you gonna go out, Chris? Are you gonna barbecue or are you gonna boycott?
That's a good ass question. I'm gonna be a hypocrite because I have to. That's what the situation calls for, me being a hypocrite.
What do you mean you have to? What do you mean you have to, sir?
Oh.
Well, as you guys know, my girlfriend is coming into town, so I have to celebrate. I'm in a situation to where I have to.
So you're whipped.
I didn't say all that. I'm just saying that, you know, I have to see her. We have to celebrate. We have to go see family on Saturday. I have to meet her family. She has to meet mine.
So y'all gonna grill out at somebody's crib and enjoy yourselves and have beverages?
So are you lighting fireworks on that?
I'm not lighting shit but blunts. My brother lights all the fireworks. So I'm gonna be a hypocrite. It's all good, you know, as long as I admit it, as long as I'm honest about it.
So Isaac, we were having this chat before, and Chris was steadfast on like, you can't go cook out because you're celebrating the 4th, blah blah blah. And my take was I'm gonna do what I would normally do on any weekend if the weather's nice and people I know are hanging, you know. So that's why I asked him if he was boycott.
Are you gonna report to work in fucking violation of everything that you believe in? Like, you don't believe in the 4th of July. Are you going to report to work and not take the day off?
No, because it falls on a Saturday, right?
The observance, I'm sorry, the Friday.
Well, shit, I got to schedule off anyway because that's when I'm getting the telly. So I got to schedule off anyway, but I pissed my job off again.
Brayton, you talking about boycott here at the telly on the 4th.
Hey, that's the 3rd though. I got on the 4th too. Okay, whatever.
Ooh, yeah,
hey, look, if the situation calls for you being a hypocrite, sometimes you got to be a hypocrite.
Throw that whole take away. Throw that whole take away.
Let me ask you a question. Like, you know, you're still a young man, and I'm assuming that you've taken women to hotels before, right?
Where you getting at?
I'm assuming that you have. I'm assuming that you have. You don't have to answer that. I'm assuming that you have. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't taken them to this same particular hotel.
I'm assuming that hotels.
Trying to get him jammed up, Isaac.
I'm assuming that it has occurred at some point.
It has.
So
maybe once.
Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe.
Nah, y'all see, I feel like y'all might be disrespecting his lady a little bit. She's mature enough to know that Chris had a life before her.
He did.
She's a mature young lady.
He had a life. We are
exactly.
not.
Thank you, Dion. Thank you.
No disrespect to Mrs. Gibbs. It just
Mrs. Gibbs. Look how you try to say this shit, man.
I just wanted to pose the question. You know, let's say you're at a hotel. You're with someone that you like. It's your first time being with them. Is it okay if you guys are going to have sex? Is it okay to go down on that person during the first encounter?
Shit.
Yes. I would say absolutely, depending on the situation.
Okay, explain.
Depending on the situation, I got to hear this. Go.
Okay, so if it's just a jump off, you know, something in your past life, just going by old memories. If it's just a jump off, somebody you just randomly met, and you just want to smash, then maybe you shouldn't go down or give them head on the first sexual encounter, because you got to get to know this person a little bit more before you get that personal. But in my case, like if you're dating somebody and then it takes a while to get to the first sexual encounter, then yeah. May as well, you know, try to sample pack. You may as well nibble on the dessert. I mean, hey.
Doesn't the clean ass matter? God damn, you saying all this other shit, ain't you saying nothing about a clean ass.
Well, Eric, he said going down. He didn't say nothing about eating ass on the first day. You didn't jump to a hole.
Oh, So she ain't gotta have a clean ass for you to go down? What the fuck is going on?
I would hope that motherfucker is clean. Hell
You
yeah.
hope? You hoping?
Shit.
You can't
My
hope
hoes
for a
ain't
clean
You
ass.
make the decision.
You
to
can't hope
stick
for a
your-
clean ass.
If you made the decision to stick your shit in her, you should have already figured out whether she was clean or not. So what could possibly stop you from going all the way? That's disrespectful to whatever female you with.
So wait a minute. Are you suggesting that every female that
No,
you're
I'm
with,
suggesting that you shouldn't be hunching something that you ain't munching.
really?
Oh.
Ah.
Right. If you're gonna do it, you might as well have fun and go all the way. What's the purpose of not doing it?
So
I
damn,
guess-
so
You can't give everybody that.
Wait, okay. Not just a week ago, y'all were talking about how everybody's grown. What's the stigma, right? We talked about the stigma on the sex on the first date. If everybody's grown, then be motherfucking grown.
I think it's situational. So like, if you in the beach and things escalate and you smashing in the beach, that may not be the best place to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get a little sand on the tongue.
If you in a park, if you know, sometimes you have sex in risque places, and sometimes it's quickie material. You feel me? Sometimes it's quickie stuff, and in quickie stuff, you ain't gonna be getting all,
that's fine. It's a piggyback off that. I wasn't trying to be rude or an asshole, but I guess it gotta be. She might not be attractive enough for me to give her head. Like you gotta look appealing. You gotta look like some good shit. I agree.
That's huge. It's situational. There's levels. Like you don't just give anyone the stash.
I'm not going down on a booger wolf. I'm not going down on a booger wolf. That's not my nerves.
I say that every week. But it's true.
Listen,
get on my nerves.
Men. Let me tell you a secret, Dion. Us men look at chicks, and when we talk about them, and we ask each other, is that stash worthy? Like, yeah, she get the stash. So she get the goatee. She get the whole shit. And we have those conversations, and some chicks we feel ain't stash worthy. That's why it's a tricky question.
But how do you explain that? Like, how do you? I just can't imagine. How do you look at a woman and say, "I'm just not doing it"? And how does she respond?
You don't ever say it. You
and
just
they accept
don't.
it. And they accept
you kind of like, yo, we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Ladies, we slacking. Ladies, we slacking.
I think it's setting based. You know what I'm saying? Like if the first date is us walking outside in a park or something, and we decide we're gonna get it in the park, then hell no, I ain't biting out in the park. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I get that, but if you have the opportunity, that's what Isaac is saying. You're in a hotel, you have the opportunity. Do you do it or do you not?
I mean, listen, I always remember my uncle telling me about consume tight. You know what consume tight is?
Oh shit.
Break it down for us, Eric. Break it down for us.
Consume tight simply means that you're gonna eat it on the first night. Consume tight, eat it on the first night. That's what I always was told.
So you basically just eat it on the first night. No rules, no ends, no buts about it. You just
and if it's already to the point where we're on a date or something like that, the field goal is good.
Listen, I'm not eating everything that I'm seeing on the first night, but there's 100% been women that I've definitely eaten out on the first night. It depends.
It depends.
It's situational.
Listen, in my younger days, I was quite reckless with the staff. Here's the point, though. So when we grew up, I grew up in a neighborhood with a bunch of homies of mine, and we was outright savages. Often, we would be touching up the same shorty. So you didn't want to get a stash to find out your boy was typing that.
You didn't want to be that one.
Right, we have a conversation and be like, yo, you gave her the stash, she for real. Be like, yeah, I did. We be like, oh, hit time, you gave her the stash. You know, come on, man.
Oh, ladies, we're slacking.
It sounds like it depends for that. So let's say it's a nice young lady and you're not sharing her with whatever, is eating the ass still kind of off limits.
Yeah, dog. I'm gonna pass on that one. I've eaten ass
How
one
you
time in my
gonna
life.
pass?
I ate ass one time in my life.
Oh boy,
And I bet
Don't
he
do it.
loved it. And I bet
Don't
he loved
Don't
it.
do it, nigga. Don't do it.
Nah, I can't. That was a once in a lifetime thing.
So
One
Chris,
person,
how
never happened again.
how did it happen?
I mean, I'm sitting just it. Hey,
Technically, if you're doing it right, you're all eating ass. If you're eating her cooch right, you're all eating ass. Technically.
I beg to differ.
no, I beg to differ too. I've avoided that for about 30 years, but it was that 31st year I went up a level on the elevator and went to the ass. So it's definitely a
And
difference.
she loved it, didn't she love it?
She did. She
Of
did.
course. So why would you not do it?
Because he had. Did you love it, Chris? That's the question.
You know what? I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it. But
So it's fair to say that you liked it.
So what's the debate here?
What's preventing you from doing it?
Right.
because you know what? I was married to that woman, and I think that's something that you probably should do when you're really committed to somebody. If you choose
Okay,
to
I
do
can
that.
agree.
I disagree.
Just no
I
random
disagree.
jump off.
No, I agree.
Like Eric, you know, when he back in his day when he used to just eat ass at the club scene every night. I can't get down like that. I can't get down like that,
You
brother.
didn't call me old sugar daddy. No, sir. I'm
Hey,
not
Betty.
going. I'm not down with the brown. You understand? No, sir. No, sir. Not me. Not the kid. I can't do it. I couldn't
Well, how
imagine.
you feel about it, Eric? Tell us how you feel about it.
I'm scared to get a piece of a peanut or a piece of corn or
Nigga, did you say a
I'm scared
peanut?
to get a whiff or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just. It's a phobia, a assophobia that I have. I don't know the scientific name for that. What is that? A phobia of the eating of the ass, if there's such thing. But I'm not with it.
You got poop. You got poop phobia.
The poop phobia. You understand? That's what I'm afraid of. What could come out?
But hold on.
You're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid of the possible outcome.
The
Eric,
outcome.
if you even considering eating a female ass like that, you should be fucking with anybody you would think that would have peanuts in their ass.
Well, how can I control what they ate during the day,
How
Chris?
can you control that? Right.
But you should, I think,
Damn, you on some slave shit, nigga?
you should know a female was clean. If you gonna take
I
that
thought
type
he
of
meant.
step.
I thought he meant
Chris,
like you don't know what's coming out.
Hey, Chris, listen.
Yeah, like what if she don't know it's there?
You mean to
Nah,
tell
but
me?
she
wipe
better
her
know.
ass,
What
she
the
know
fuck
it's
you mean?
there.
She
Hey,
better know
Chris,
shit.
no, that's not what I'm saying. Chris, have you ever passed gas during sex?
Probably, yeah. I probably farted, hit it in the big doggy style, yeah.
See, that's a fear for me. Imagine eating ass and somebody fart. Like, that would destroy me. I can't do that, Chris. That would destroy me. My whole psychological everything that's in my brain would explode.
Even with your wife?
Hell no.
That nigga lying.
I couldn't do it. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. God damn it, I ain't doing it.
That shit'll probably make you go harder. You big kinky nigga. I don't believe nothing you saying.
Why you
Can
talking
just
about?
fart?
Why you
That shit'll
talking about?
hit you like a steroid, nigga. You
It's
just
your
take
wife.
off.
You're not gonna look at your wife. No.
Why you
different.
talking about my meat, man?
Bruh.
You can't look at your wife any different, Ari.
Hey,
If you're not eating ass, let's just say you fucking her, and now you're done fucking her, and you want her to leave, what's your next move to get her? You ain't eating her ass. You ain't eating her pussy. You done fucked her. So I don't know what she feeling like, but you want her to get the fuck out. She might get the fuck out on her own. So how do you feel?
I didn't hit the little brother before on a text like, hey, call me, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Tell me you just got jumped by some niggas and you need some help, blah, blah, blah. So I had him actually hit me and I put him on speaker and she listening to the whole conversation. I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way. I hang up on him. She like, damn, can he call somebody else? Can you give us about 10 more minutes? I'm looking at her knowing I'm lying. I'm looking at her like, bitch, why are you here? Like, look, I'm the one in the wrong. I'm lying and shit, but that shit offended me. I didn't have homies hit me. talking about, look, I'm having a baby right now, come to the hospital. Bruh.
Why wouldn't you just tell her you want her to leave?
Because look, you can't just directly say get the fuck out, right?
You
No,
can't
I
just
didn't
tell a
say
woman the
get
truth,
the fuck out.
Dion.
I said, why not just say, hey, we had a nice time. I got stuff to do today. It's it's time to go.
Because
we want to hit it again.
Yeah.
They don't listen.
Because what?
Because we want to hit it again.
Look, I didn't drop his
Dion,
like, look, I gotta,
you can't just recklessly tell the truth right there, Dion.
can't.
That's
Yes,
a moment
you
where a
can.
woman don't want to know the
You
truth.
can't.
That's why this is why dudes end
it'll
up with
be
crazy
costly.
baby mamas.
Do you really want to hear?
It'll be
Do
costly.
you really want to hear the full truth, Dion?
Absolutely, women want to hear the full truth.
I disagree.
Get the
Well, of course,
not in that
because you're
scenario.
a guy. Listen, women,
Not
if
in
they
that
ask you
scenario.
a question, they want to know the truth. And if the truth is something that hurts, then you can weed out the women who don't care and they'll go forward anyway. If she won't go forward, why would you put yourself in a position to have to deal with a crazy ass heifer?
Because in the moment, we're not thinking with our brain.
Listen.
We're just making survival moves that'll get closer to the goal.
Okay, then
and
you
we
don't
work
really
that out
know.
when we get there.
You don't get on my nerves.
Here's the key. The key is to never tell them what you do for a living. That way, if they're in your house and you want them to leave, the number one excuse of all time, sweetheart,
I go to work.
I gotta go to work. You got to go.
So
that's it.
Essentially, you're protecting the woman from herself and her
absolutely
feelings.
I'm being you have my advice to all you young guys listening out there. Listen. Take the high road. Put the blame on yourself. So you got to go to work.
Okay, but it ain't that easy all the time. Because what if you already told her that you got off work? So now what's your next?
It's not that easy. You got a ninja.
That's your fault.
You got a ninja.
You pimping backwards if you didn't already forfeited that information.
You already listen. You already know if she's men have levels. If she's sleeping the bed worthy, you already know.
Why? Here's the real question.
There's no way this lady's shacking up with me all night.
Why do you have a chick in your house that you gotta lie to? Why? How did she even get past your front door?
You can't tell everybody the truth.
You definitely can't do that.
But why would you have someone that you can't, like, why even bring her in your house, in your bed? Why not take her to a hotel? Like, why would you let her know where you live if you can't tell her the truth?
Men and women are different in
that. This is how y'all get caught up. This is how y'all get caught up.
Yeah, we're a little dumb when it comes to that,
This is how y'all get caught up. This is how your cars get slashed.
It's bound to backfire, but not tonight, Dion. Tonight is just about tonight.
Let me ask. Like, I would assume, as Vic kind of alluded to, that not every woman is put on the same level. But unfortunately, some men that seem to want to put them all on the same level. What's the difference, Dion? Because you sound like you're a little disappointed in the answer. What's the difference between those levels and protecting the feelings? What's the difference? If I'm saying, hey, chick, I don't fuck with you like that, so I'm going to tell you something that may not be a full truth, what's the difference in that and protecting their feelings?
Why? Well, it's not. Well, why do you need to protect so many people's feelings, right? Like, if you get a woman, like, if you're just straight up honest with her, just tell her the truth, then you don't have to protect her feelings. If you look at her and say, listen, I'm not really trying to date. I'm just trying to, find somebody to fuck and have sex with, blah, blah, blah. Either she's going to do it or she's not going to do it. This method works more than y'all think it works. The issue is it doesn't work the same for all men, and that's where y'all mess up. So now you gotta lie to the chick, and now you got some chick in your bed that you had to lie to.
Here. Let me say something. I think you don't understand the dynamic. Let me explain.
Of being a woman?
Clear. No, about a man in that place. No.
Right,
about a man
I'm
in
telling
that
you from a woman's perspective.
Right, and I'm telling you from the man's perspective. We just want to use the words that get them the fuck out the fastest. That's it.
So what I'm saying to you, is, if you tell her up front exactly what you want, not only do you get her in and out, but you also get her back a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth time, and every single time she's gonna leave right after.
Let me ask you.
My experience with that is when you keep it real with a woman and she agree to stuff like that, okay, I know what it is, I'm in and out. It still changes because once you get in, it's like, well, I'm not trying to get straight out. I'm trying to lay up on you. Like, hold on, didn't we just have this conversation? So women, they might agree with that, but then their emotions get involved after the situation and they switch up the game completely. So that's what I'm saying. It's not that simple.
All the time.
So you think the answer is to lie about it?
Yeah.
But then that makes us lie.
Get on my nerves.
Yeah.
I
I just want them out, and they're like, the truth is just it's too much of a big investment. Yo, I gotta go to work, boo. You gotta go. My bad.
So why not just pay for it?
Oh, whoa.
What?
Why not just pay for it? And then you can get exactly what you want.
Most men prefer.
I can get exactly what I want with pay money or lie.
You know,
the lie is cheaper.
Older,
that's true.
Let me tell you, the cost-benefit analysis is kind of leaning toward the paying.
Look,
Let me tell you.
Amsterdam,
Indeed.
$60. Well, $40. Amsterdam, $40. I'm going with Amsterdam on that one. It's cheaper.
Let me tell you, man.
I just feel like men, y'all just make it more complicated than it has to be.
And sometimes we do. And sometimes we do. A lot of times we do.
Let me tell you, Dion, I love when a woman says, oh, just say the truth. You don't understand it. But when you do it just for whatever reason, it'll never fucking work out that way half the time.
Because what you want, because what you're looking for is you want to be able to tell the truth and still get the response that you want. It doesn't work that way, right? If you tell the truth, you can't also expect to get the response that you want. The response is the response. That doesn't mean she's gonna like it just because you told the truth.
Yeah, we're in a performance-based business. Do you want to shoot 100% from the floor, or do you want to shoot 75% from the floor?
I got you.
And look, and it's a setup. At the end of the day, when women say they want to know the truth, it's a setup. It's like a parent telling you that just tell me the truth and I won't do nothing. It's the same thing. Every single time a woman told me that
doesn't
and I
mean
told
she
the
doesn't
truth.
want the truth. She wants the truth. You just don't want the consequence.
Listen, I hate to go back to the same excuse, but Dion, I'm gonna go back to it. Ready? There's levels of where these chicks are at, and when you bear down and give her the truth, you kind of gotta like her to even invest jumping in those waters. If they're in my booty call Rolodex,
all right, I can get with that.
There's none of that. If I only call you after midnight, you never get the truth.
Okay,
God damn it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's that range.
But by your system, though, it would sound like some of these chicks on your system would be categorized, and excuse me, Dion, would be categorized as
hoes. That's where you were going.
Okay.
Facts.
Let me
That's
ask.
the person you tell the truth.
Let me ask, can you take some of those hoes out the whole category and turn them into wifey?
Ooh.
Yes, y'all do it all the time. You just don't know it.
Nope.
Dion with the uppercut.
Listen, I'm being honest. Let's just put it on the table. This makes a lot of men uncomfortable, but the truth is the truth. A lot of men have hoes as wives, and they're good wives because they live the life, they put it behind them, and the husbands will never know that their wife was a hoe.
So
I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying it because it's true.
So you telling me that a hoe makes the best housewife?
I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that you can do it, and it's been done, and it's possible.
Well,
I don't think hoes can change their spirits. I think once you a hoe like that, it's in your spirit. So I don't think even if you get wiped, I don't think you can never fully leave.
Cannot change their spots. Never forget.
I bet each of you, I don't know, because I've heard some stories coming from your own mouths. And if any of you can change, then I'm sure your wives can change.
Well, I'll say this.
Look how it got quiet right there.
A little quiet.
I'll say this.
This is why I passed on this shit.
I used to have a friend of mine who we kind of went through the same thing, right? We're not really friends as of right now. I don't really deal with these people, but he decided to make the neighborhood gangbang his wifey. You know, like he meets her with 4 other friends of mine, and they all like had nasty gangbangs and all types of shit with her. And then and then in the blink of an eye, he's living with her. You know what I'm saying? So he actually stays with her for like probably like 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
He stays with her. he moved in. They had a relationship.
He actually moved in with her. And
wow.
Damn.
I don't think they're together now, but yeah, she was definitely his housewife for 10 years or so. So I mean,
you guys sound like bad friends for even letting them do that shit.
Damn. I mean, well, we told the nigga, shit, what you want me to do?
You right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. That's a hard no. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm sorry, you weren't done. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what the hell could I say? I mean, he was in on the initial tricking. He watched other niggas put their meat in their mouth. So I mean, like, what you want me to say? He was there too. You know what I'm saying? He was in on it.
I'm the friend that tells that to a dude, and then him and her don't talk to me no more.
Hey,
that's who I am. I'm that dude. I've had that happen. And the reason why I'm gonna say no is because I've never seen it work out. Like every time I said, "Yo," like old girls are like, bro, she's getting piped down. Like we know at least 2 or 3 cats. Like you know this, right? Yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Yo, it is what it is. We just chilling, blah blah. Okay, and next thing you know, it is what it is. But in every scenario, at least where I'm from, where that was pointed out, old girl was boning behind buddy's back. Well, so it materialized. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen that one work out yet.
What makes a hoe a hoe?
I think what Chris said, that whole spirit.
Look, God damn, that's fact. My simple analogy is this. I didn't, in my past, I've purchased an old vehicle with a whole lot of mileage, with a whole lot of miles, and tried to convert it to the family car. And when it hit that highway, it broke down. It went back to its normal ways. So I'm talking from experience. I know about these things. So it just doesn't.
I'm gonna tell you what makes a hoe from the fragile man psyche. What makes a hoe is what makes a hoe is if I know or not.
Exactly.
If I don't know, she ain't a hoe. If I know, she a hoe.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point.
It's just that simple. I don't know about it.
The unfortunate part is with a lot of men, it doesn't really matter if she's really a hoe. She just has to have the reputation of being a hoe to make her a hoe.
And she can't have fucked anybody that I know.
Right, because if she did, she's now automatically a hoe.
So
that ruins it. Right.
So to me, if she has a reputation of a hoe, but I can't trace. You know what I mean? Like if I don't know people, I'm far less like I'm way more lenient. But to me, you ain't even gotta be a hoe. But if you hit 3 homies that I know and I know them personally, see those are those levels again. You know what I mean? Like that she can get
that just
wife her.
How y'all know your homies?
She was a hoe in Brooklyn and then she moves to DC or in Atlanta and you don't know her wholeness from Brooklyn.
Now she's your fiance and your wife.
That's wifey material right there. What's that?
Yo,
dude, that's called an interest control.
Do you feel like that makes a man soft if he's accepting of what a woman does in terms of her wholeness? Like he knows and everybody else knows and he's accepting of that. Does that make him soft?
Ooh.
You know what? I actually think opposite of that. I think you either
got some balls for that.
One or two. Yeah, you either gotta be fucking nuts out of your mind, or you gotta be the most forgiving person ever. Like, so I think maybe it depends on the situation. A person could be called soft, but I think more so, I think that person is probably damaged too, and he's willing to accept anything. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think anybody who is self-respecting and wants the best things out of life is going to accept mediocrity. You know
Yeah, I probably wouldn't use the word soft in my experiences because I know some dudes that was with some questionable chicks. They were crazy, but they were far from soft.
Okay.
So I think it's just a different, I don't know what to call it, man, but you have to have, I don't know.
I think it is soft.
I don't know what the
I
word
think it's just a different level of soft. Like you said, it can be tough cats, but your pride can be soft. Like
No, you could be mentally weak. You could be mentally
a lot of
weak.
people, you could be mentally soft.
But
A lot of people are insecure, and to stick with somebody like that, that's just some insecure shit.
I mean, are there morals? Are there morals to this?
Well, I think in general, you know what I'm saying, as when it comes to morals and things like that, I think in general that men in general are, this is a softer generation.
Pride, dignity.
Yeah, I think that
And
this is a lot softer generation than, 20, 30 years ago.
I mean, if your woman's out there, if your significant other's out there loosely getting piped and everybody knows and like you're okay with that, I mean, there's a level, to me anyway, there's a level of self-respect that you need to have. Respect yourself to protect yourself from shit like that. Like, I don't know, man. Like to just be like, if I had someone I knew, a close friend of mine, and I knew that was going on, I'd feel weird about that shit.
From a woman's perspective, it's not likely the woman respects him anyway. That's the truth. If you're loose as a woman, if you're loose and your man knows that you're loose and he does nothing about it, she's gonna walk all over him continually.
Actually, yeah, he's a punk.
So
That's
he's
a punk,
I would say,
in my opinion.
I don't know that I would use soft as a word, but I would definitely say he's weak.
Let's use another term. Why do men act like bitches?
$1 million question right there.
I've been trying to figure this out for years, and it's starting to get frustrating. It really is. It's frustrating.
And it happens in so many places. Men act like bitches on the internet. Men act like bitches in the workplace. Men act like bitches in relationships. Men act like bitches on the street corners. I mean, it's just so many instances and so many settings where men act like bitches. I mean, it's just, and when I say that, I mean like men produce female-like tendencies, and we say that because it's always been a notion that women like to gossip and be messy and things like that. You find a man that's messy, that's he a bitch. You know what I'm saying? A messy man is a bitchy man to me. I don't know.
It even evolved beyond that word, because when I consider these bitch ass niggas and why they act like bitches, I don't even consider that like acting like women. I don't even consider that. I think it's a whole nother category. I think
I agree.
These dudes that act like bitches is acting in a complete different. They didn't form their own character, their own description.
Yeah.
I think comparing them to women is a disrespect to some of these women. Some of these dudes are worse. Like, it's even beyond that.
Some of these dudes are
way worse. To women. I don't correlate bitches to women.
Not at all. None of us do. Just for the record.
Not at all.
It's way worse.
Yeah. I think a lot of these cats, man, like, without having to get into specifics, but I think a lot of these. I think a lot of what we see, especially, I'm going to talk about the social media portion of this.
These copycat ass niggas.
I think a lot of these cats use social media in order to elevate wherever they're at in life, whether it's dating, financially, whatever. They sort of lean on the social media profile and they seek attention. And what happens is when they're in that mode, they don't understand that social media is the wild. Like, we're not entitled to cater to anyone's ego. We're just gonna say what we want to say, and these cats can't really deal with the truth or getting called out or being held accountable. So, like, when you put them under that pressure, you really watch them crack. It's a lack of intestinal fortitude is basically where I'm at with mine, where I personally feel like if they're like that, then they're that way in their own personal life in many different ways. I think you can only BS your way, for so long.
Big said in a really nice way, but I'm gonna just say, niggas is stupid. Niggas do put a whole lot of stupid shit out there. Niggas do a whole lot of stupid shit out there. They go on social media and they do the same stupid shit and they try to fucking parade around like there's something that they're fucking not, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Preach.
Fuck that shit.
Fucking ridiculous. But you know what I see that really, really, really just looks really fucking ridiculous? Well, you got a nigga making $13.33 a motherfucking hour, living with his motherfucking mama, and got a motherfucking shoe motherfucking collection, and the motherfucking left hand motherfucking $6,000 motherfucking dollars.
Damn, man.
Dumb motherfuckers.
You make me want to wear sandals.
So judgmental.
I know, right?
I ain't never bought another pair of sneakers, nigga.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
So what?
Let them have it. Let them have. Tell them why you mad, son.
Are you suggesting that there's an issue with men purchasing sneakers?
I'm saying there's an issue with broke ass, dumb ass men purchasing sneakers they can't afford.
No, you're being too nice. What he's actually saying is it's a problem with you motherfuckers buying shoes more than women do. You know what the problem is? I don't even want to sound sexist or anything like that, but the problem is in 2020, all you niggas want to be bad bitches. That's exactly what it seemed like. You niggas are sitting in a fucking barber chair for 2 hours, getting fancy $80 haircuts.
Wow.
You want to have different shoes to wear every day. You niggas buying fake jewelry, costume jewelry. You niggas is damn near wearing makeup. I'm just saying, all you niggas, y'all act tough, but a lot of y'all want to be bad bitches at the end of the day.
Looking like clown shit.
This nigga Chris Gibbs is going in.
He went in.
I will say this.
I'm holding that back. I'm sorry.
I will say this, as far as I understand the whole sneaker culture, and I know that a lot of people get rubbed the wrong way, but the way I look at it is if you a grown ass man and you in your motherfucking 30s and you not in your own space, controlling your own destiny at that age, and you've got anywhere over $1,000 in sneakers, and you keep buying sneakers and you don't have your priorities in order, that's a fucking moron. In my opinion, I don't give a fuck. Like, I look at people like that and I internally laugh my ass off. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't handling your responsibilities as an adult, like if you ain't where you're supposed to be in life, let's just cut to the chase. If you're underachieving as an adult in your life, and you out here spending thousands of dollars on sneakers, and that's probably a microcosm of why you're underachieving in life. I'm just gonna put that out there like that.
I'm with Vic. I would like to just say that if you are an adult male who has extensive sneaker collection, or you buy a lot of sneakers and things like that, but you don't own a piece of stock, but you don't own any assets, you don't own any property, then it is quite foolish. Then why would you spend money on something like a pair of sneakers that you can only wear one pair at a time? Like,
not only that,
it's really just to impress others.
Why? Not only that, but I'm gonna take it a step further. Why showcase? Why the show?
Well,
the hashtag, that the shoe out on, the whole world. Listen, I'll take it a step further. You know why these dudes are fucking soft and their bitch ass? Social media fucked them up. You got grown men. Listen, you got grown men rotating selfies.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And this is why y'all being too nice. Y'all being too nice.
Well, I saw one the other day. Blah, 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 like a quote, and I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, that's what you see like females do.
But do you think it's generational?
Because you're used to that.
Do you think do you think it's generational? Like that's what the young kids do versus older?
No,
or do you see?
You got
it's all the old dudes doing it.
I think
people doing it.
I'm biased with the sneaker thing. I don't understand the sneaker culture. I get my sneakers from Target. Most of mine come from Target, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I like Champion sneakers from Payless. So I'm not really qualified to talk about if it's a good thing or not a good thing. I just have a problem with spending money. Like some of those sneakers are $200 and $300, and they're not always even comfortable. So that's why I don't understand it. I feel like I'm with Vic and Eric. You could do so much more with your life and your money than spending that much money on sneakers.
I don't even think it's that serious. I just think my problem is these motherfuckers, I'm seeing is 30, 40, 50 fucking, they planning out their outfits the night before, planning out their box of shoes, they buying socks to match. You know what? This goes back to niggas being so soft. We need to form some type of man university again where it's okay to be a lumberjack. Like these niggas is IG models, and I don't get it. At 30, 40, and 50, you shouldn't be trying to be IG models out here.
But isn't that's part of Black culture, if you think about it? Like there wasn't a time in Black culture where men didn't want to look nice and dress nice and show it off and go out to places and show everything.
Where are those Black men now, though?
Right, but what I'm saying is I'm not necessarily crazy about the way it looks now, but it's evolved into what it is now. It's not like it's new, it just looks different.
Jan, let me ask you. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with looking nice, but I hear a lot of women talking about how there's sorry ass men that can't even take care of themselves, but these sorry ass men are more worried about how they look than what they're doing with their lives. That's the problem.
That's an unfortunate truth, and it's not. I think it all goes hand in hand too, though. It's not just. It is the way that they look, but those type of men also tend to care more about their friends than they would their lady. They also tend to care more.
They're a little other.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. From when we talk about with men being soft, I find it weird that men revere their friends more than their lady, or they. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole culture that I just don't understand.
No, you're right.
A man cares more about the opinions of men than the opinions of women.
Right, but that goes into the way that they dress, because I find that men dress and care about their sneakers to impress other men, not necessarily women. Because the average woman doesn't know which ones are the Jordan 9s. I mean, we look at them and go, "Oh, those are nice," but we don't really know the names of all the sneakers. It's other men who know the names. So I think it's a part of the culture. I find it weird because I like when men were men, but this is what it's evolved into.
Niggas is out here trying to impress other men. And
don't get me wrong, you know, I do purchase the $200 and $300 sneakers, but they are few and far between because I'm a practicality guy. If I buy a pair of $300 sneakers, I'm gonna wear them bitches 5 times a week, and I'm gonna get every ounce of use out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna know I paid $300 for them motherfuckers. I'm gonna wear them like I paid $300.
Look, I'm gonna keep it G. I bought 6 pairs of shoes from Walmart for $120 a couple
months ago. I don't blame you.
Like I don't give a fuck about none of that. What upset me the most and got me so amped up about this is motherfuckers was actually buying $200 and $300 shoes when we were stuck in the house during COVID. That's the shit I don't understand.
Well, they did it for the likes. A lot of people do it for the likes. They like for other people to like what they purchase. I never got that. I mean, I don't understand that.
Everybody, all these dudes want to be bad bitches. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Well, I agree with
something, man.
I agree with Eric. Like I have some nice sneakers, but everything is I think the word is moderation.
Right.
Some of these cats don't have moderation. So when you prioritize, things that are materialistic and you get that superficial life,
And then once you start living like that, it's like the pressure of keeping up with the next.
You gotta keep up with it. It's like when women buy really expensive handbags. And I'm just like, well, you could have got you could have walked in Macy's and got a really nice bag for $60. Like, why did you have to spend $400 and $500 on a bag that you're only gonna wear with that one outfit? It makes no sense to me. But they want to keep up the appearance. They want to be able to post a picture and show it off.
Our lady know if I spend $300-400 on the bed, that motherfucker better be on your shoulder every day.
Every goddamn
Why are you males taking up more
sicker.
closet space than your women? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Let them have the shoe space. Stop this shit. You shouldn't have twice as much pair of shoes as your woman does. Stop this shit.
Man,
and my
this
bad
is
because
bad
look,
dog.
I got homies, I got family, everybody I know sneakerheads like this. So don't take this as a shot. If you do, oh fucking well, just stop the shit, please.
But you know what though? Growing up, I always thought the sneakerhead was the guy who owned rare pairs of sneakers, and he never really wore them. He kept them for showcase or for sale in the future. Like those were the sneakerheads to me. Sneakerheads, the guys who had all the vintage shit that every blue moon they would wear it just to for whatever reason, because they're going to a show or something like that. But they never really would wear these sneakers. They were kept in a safe place. It was almost like an asset, you know what I'm saying?
That's how my brother does it.
Yeah.
That's how my brother does it. A lot of them sneakerheads do that shit to resell them. But a lot of these motherfuckers, they just sit in their living room with their feet up, with their fucking pants leg rolled up, taking selfies. It's fucking disturbing.
And then
I don't want to see your leg hair.
And then they take
that shit, my nigga.
And then they take the picture with their feet turned sideways and shit. So you
fuck out of here trying to get the proper sunlight and angle. Man, that's the shit I'm talking about. Man law, we need to bring it back.
There are people who are extremely passionate about, and one of the first things they'll say is, well, everybody wastes money on something. Everybody got something where they waste money.
That's their defense mechanism.
They justify. They start justifying. The thing is this, like, I don't know, man. I'm old school. Like where I'm from, like we don't publish everything. Like I have nice sneakers, you know, like I'm just not like, I've never been inclined to be taking pictures, man. And like self-promoting. Like I don't even take selfies. I don't go live. Like I don't know, man. I think I'm old school in that way. So when I see that behavior, I always get a chuckle, you know. I always get a good chuckle. Like, look at this dude. This guy's
you better take some selfies, Vic. You got fans out there. Hollywood Vic in the building. Take some selfies, Vic.
I think the moral of the story is, man, don't be trying to outdo your lady. That's all. Don't be trying to outdo your lady. And have some responsibility if you're going to spend $300 on some shit and you living with your mama. So that's all we're saying.
I never heard of a man's shoe closet.
It's true.
I have.
Some of y'all need to prioritize out there.
That's all. But other than that, that's all we got.
Good show. Good show. Well, thanks everybody for subscribing. We appreciate the new subscribers. We appreciate the new watchers, people that tune in. We love you. Have a safe holiday, everybody.
Hey, and fuck this 4th of July. I just say that before we leave this broadcast, because if this was about 200 years ago, I don't know about Chris and Victor, but I know me and Isaac ass would have been in the motherfucking field like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Like a motherfucker.
So fuck the 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pick any cotton.
You trying to say I would have been a house nigga? What the fuck you talking
about? You'd have been close up to the house than I would have been. I tell you that. They would have had Isaac ass all the way back there with the muse and shit.
It's the lightning, man.
Vic would have been playing the violin on the inside for sure. You know what I'm saying?
hey, I would have been in the house watching the color TV, nigga. Fuck y'all.
Dion would have been making pancakes and shit.
Everybody
that I would have been entertainment.
You guys catch Ubers. Make sure you guys drive. Do not drive. Do not drink and drive, people. Please be safe out there.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. Just smoke weed. That's all we do.
That's all. Right? That's all. That's it.
Please press the lavishing like button on YouTube.
Don't forget to
subscribe and share.
Please.